They call it the streaming war, but honestly, it's not just about shows anymore. It's about control. Two titans stand at the heart of it all. Netflix, born from Silicon Valley's obsession with algorithms and disruption, and Disney Plus, built on a century of storytelling, nostalgia, and brand power. One uses data to predict your next obsession, the other uses emotion to remind you of your childhood dreams. Both promise the same thing, the world's best stories, anytime, anywhere. But behind that promise lies a quiet, relentless war, not for your wallet, but for your time, your habits, and even your sense of wonder. When you open Netflix, you're not just browsing a catalog, you're stepping into a living, breathing organism. Every pixel, every thumbnail, every autoplaying trailer has been carefully engineered to grab your attention before your brain even realizes it's been hijacked. Netflix knows you. Not in a creepy way, but in a way that's disturbingly intimate. It remembers what you paused on, what you skipped, how long you hovered over a thumbnail. Its interface adapts like a heartbeat, pulsing and reshaping itself around your moods. Those endless horizontal carousels, they're not random, they're part of a system designed to keep your thumb moving, to make just one more episode feel like an impulse instead of a decision. Disney Plus, on the other hand, doesn't try to read your mind, it simply invites you home. When you open it, it feels less like an algorithm and more like a theme park gate. The design is clean, symmetrical, and comforting. At the top, 5 shining pillars, Media Group. Disney Plus homepage, highlighting category icons, 5 glowing streaming menu icons on TV Stocko distribute equally, Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic. Everything in its place, everything familiar, no chaos, no guesswork, just the comfort of legacy. You don't need to search, because Disney already knows what part of your childhood you'll want to revisit tonight. But make no mistake, both interfaces are masterclasses in psychology. Netflix's interface is powered by thousands of A/B tests happening every single day. Every scroll pattern, every trailer thumbnail, every hover delay has been tweaked for maximum retention. Disney Plus takes a different route. It weaponizes nostalgia. Its simplicity and order are designed to trigger emotional safety. The same instinct that made millions of people trust the castle logo long before the word streaming even existed. Behind the screens, both are feats of engineering brilliance. Netflix doesn't rely on other networks to deliver its content. Instead, it built Open Connect, its own private global delivery system. It literally ships physical servers, known as appliances, to internet providers worldwide, each one packed with local copies of popular shows. The result? Buffer-free, high-quality streaming even in regions with slower internet. It's why Netflix often feels faster and smoother than anyone else. Disney Plus took a different route. Rather than reinventing the wheel, it bought BAMTech, the same streaming technology once used by Major League Baseball. This move gave Disney Plus something Netflix didn't have: synchronization. You can start watching a Pixar film on your phone, continue it on your smart TV, and finish it on your tablet, perfectly in sync. It's streaming magic with a Disney polish. When it comes to quality, the contrast gets sharper. Netflix reserves its best 4K, HDR10, and Dolby Vision for premium subscribers. It's subtle, but it's there, a hierarchy of visual access. Disney Plus, in contrast, includes 4K and Dolby Atmos by default. For Disney, a quality of experience is part of the brand. Every viewer deserves the same cinematic glow. Even the sound tells a story. Netflix dynamically adjusts audio bitrate depending on your internet speed. Disney Plus keeps it consistent, ensuring you always hear its worlds in pure Dolby clarity. One adapts to your bandwidth, the other defends its perfection. But beyond the tech lies the real difference: philosophy. Netflix is a data-driven machine. Every choice you make, what you play, pause, or skip, becomes input for an ever-evolving algorithm. The result? A platform that doesn't follow trends. It creates them. Shows like Squid Game Wednesday and Bridgerton didn't just go viral, they were engineered to. The algorithm figured out what makes people binge, meme, and talk, and then the production teams leaned into it. Netflix isn't just observing culture anymore, it's manufacturing it. Disney Plus, however, doesn't need to chase trends. It owns them. Star Wars, Marvel, Pixar. These aren't just franchises, they're cultural ecosystems. Disney doesn't have to guess what you'll love. It already has decades of emotional investment stored in your brain. Where Netflix experiments, Disney monetizes predictability. Where Netflix trades in curiosity, Disney sells comfort. But that comfort comes at a cost. Netflix measures emotion through engagement, time watched, episodes finished, and the speed of your binge. Disney measures it through loyalty, merchandise sold, families subscribed, and memories relived. Both claim to serve audiences, yet in reality, both quietly shape what audiences want. Aesthetically, Netflix feels like chaos, sleek, global, infinite. You can jump from a Korean thriller to a Polish romance in seconds. It's cultural speed dating on a digital screen. Disney Plus feels like order. Every font, color, and transition meticulously designed to echo its filmic DNA. Even the rounded corners of its thumbnails mimic the curves of classic animation frames. Netflix invites exploration. Disney invites nostalgia. But here's the paradox: personalization fatigue. Netflix's constant adaptation, while, impressive, can actually make discovery feel a bit hollow. Every recommendation feels almost too perfect, too expected. The illusion of choice hides a maze of algorithmic nudges. Disney, on the other hand, keeps things simple, maybe even too simple. It reassures rather than surprises. It doesn't want to shock you. It just wants to remind you that everything's fine. And beneath the interface lies a psychological battlefield. Netflix wants to be your network, local, adaptable, and intimate. Its strategy is inclusivity through scale: Spanish dramas, Turkish thrillers, Indian comedies, each region reflected in its own cinematic mirror. Disney Plus wants to be the network, global, dominant, and timeless. It doesn't adapt to cultures, it absorbs them. Its mission isn't variety, it's immortality. This difference shapes storytelling itself. Netflix's recommendation algorithms don't just suggest what to watch, they influence what actually gets made. If data says cliffhangers at the 17-minute mark boost retention, writers start writing them in. If analytics show that viewers drop off after 8 episodes, season lengths shrink. The machine doesn't just distribute stories, it dictates them. Disney's control is more traditional but, honestly, just as powerful. Every project, from a Marvel subplot to a Star Wars cameo, goes through layers of brand approval, tone alignment, character integrity, message consistency. It's storytelling through corporate guardianship. While Netflix's algorithm shapes narrative structure, Disney's committees shape narrative morality. One manipulates by numbers, the other by nostalgia. Both paths lead to the same destination: creative control disguised as creative freedom. Netflix's data-driven precision risks turning art into code. Disney's brand-driven perfection risks turning imagination into repetition. Every innovation carries a shadow. Netflix's personalization feels empowering until you realize it's creating echo chambers. You're not discovering new stories, you're being fed refined versions of your past preferences. Disney's Polish feels magical until you notice how sanitized it is. Real-world complexity is softened, edges rounded, emotions simplified. Streaming has never looked or sounded better, but some argue it's never felt emptier. And here's where the irony hits hardest. Both companies market freedom, but what they're really selling is control. Netflix once prided itself on being a home for risk-takers, where creativity ran wild and algorithms served the artists. But after years of big-budget failures, the system changed. Projects now live or die based on predictive models. If the algorithm doesn't see a hit coming, it won't greenlight it. Even a show loved by millions can vanish overnight because it didn't perform fast enough. So, Disney's control runs deeper. Honestly, it's embedded in its DNA. Its family-first identity means, well, no story can wander too far into discomfort. Tragedy is softened, trauma is just implied, and moral ambiguity is polished away until, every ending glows with that brand-approved optimism. Both systems, one algorithmic, one corporate, have really mastered the art of storytelling without the messiness of human risk. So, where does that leave us? Well, we're kind of in the middle of a war we didn't even realize we were part of. Netflix and Disney Plus aren't just competing for streaming dominance, they're fighting to define what storytelling even means in the digital age. Netflix wants to personalize the world. Disney wants to preserve it. Both are building their own cinematic realities, polished, optimized, and engineered for maximum emotional yield. But maybe, just maybe, the real conflict isn't between the two companies at all. Maybe it's actually between chaos and control, between the unpredictable spark of human creativity and the calculated perfection of corporate storytelling. Because, in the end, the stories aren't the product. We are. If this deep dive opened your eyes to what's really shaping entertainment, tap like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more stories that reveal the hidden tech, strategy, and psychology behind the screens that run your world.